Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you, loving the stuff that I'm seeing from WWE right now. Maybe not so much with the undercard, but honestly, I have been very hard on where the Helmsley versus McMahon angle has been going. I know they've been throwing about rumors that this is going to go all the way till WrestleMania. We've heard everything from Vince versus Triple H to Triple H versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I think almost every step of the way I've made a different video for a different headline that's come along. But as of right now, I have completely flipped on how I feel about this. Honestly, I have never shown anything but love for Triple H. I've been one guy that's honestly one of his biggest fans, but also one of the guys that because he's so much of his fans, harder on him than I think a lot of other people are, thinking that a lot of moves that he's done is very dumb. But heel Triple H, of him, I don't really know what the name of this group is, but I've sort of dubbed it the new corporation. To me, I love it how every twist and every turn to this storyline, it always seems like one of the members of it is going to screw somebody. You know that it's coming, and you know that this storyline is going to evolve into another, which is going to evolve into another, which finally gets us to where we're going, which honestly could be years from now before Vince steps away. That this whole thing that they're building right now could lead to, if they have the right people that write the story to get us where we're going. But at the moment it happened, I felt so bad when Triple H screwed over Daniel Bryan. I went into that show at SummerSlam knowing that we were going to see Bryan winning his first WWE Championship, and just, thinking that it was an honor for me as a wrestling fan to be there at that moment, that I can sort of stamp my WWE wrestling passport with, saying that, I was there, boom, and just adding on to the long string of things that I've been lucky enough to see in my lifetime. But I mean, it's funny how 2 weeks down the road, I'm just to the point now where, every time Bryan gets laid out, I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I'm like, that was pretty fucking cool. I haven't switched on Randy. Randy Orton is the one member of the crew that I just, fuck him. I mean, honestly, it's cool to see the Shield doing something again that matters. They've been on the show. They're your U.S. champion. You're your tag team champions. But honestly, they just weren't really doing anything other than doing jobs. And if they were winning matches, they were winning matches against who cares. And the matches they were losing were most of the time disqualifications. And I don't want to see any more Shield DQ matches. Fuck all that. The team's too good for that, but I'm a little scared of them being in this group. How it is all top tier guys, but somebody in this, has to be the guy that takes the fall when you're doing these tag team matches with 4-on-4 or however you're gonna do it for main events of SmackDowns and Monday Night Raws, which it's gonna suck for them. But at the same time, at least they're in that elite class again, like they were back in January with CM Punk and The Rock, and they're not going to be fucking around with Mark Henry and Big Show and shit like that. Well, Big Show looks like he's going to be pretty involved in this storyline as well, but at least he's in a role that, Big Show matters. It's not like just, go out there and have a match with Big Show and then we'll, go on and see what you're going to do over the next week. At the Night of Champions pay-per-view last night, it was announced that even though it sort of looked like they were backing themselves into a corner where they weren't going to be able to have this match, they just announced, Bryan's the number one contender. He's going to get the rematch. He's going to go up against Randy Orton. Because the past few weeks, it was like they didn't even want Bryan to have a shot at the belt. They just were calling him, everything from he wasn't a real number one contender. He wasn't good enough to be champion and this, that, or the other. And sort of, putting him down. Now the match is on. So we got to see what we're going to do here because it's going to be a good one. I mean, this definitely is going to be a match that you're going to want to see. It's going to be like the Over the Limit, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan from, is that 2012? Yeah, so that was last year. It's just going to be an awesome wrestling match, Orton, to me, honestly, can put on a good match. A lot of times he's been out there to surprise me. It's his promos, it's his storylines that he's just sort of, it's easy to call him the robot, but just it seems like everything he says, everything he does, it's always the same. It doesn't matter if he's fighting Bryan, Triple H, John Cena. You know, the promo is almost word for word the same. It's like, you know, stamping a Hulk Hogan promo out of the 80s. You know, it doesn't matter who he was facing on Saturday night's main event. He was going to give you the same promo. He's just going to add in something from the storyline, whether, you know, Earthquake put him on the stretcher or, you know, whatever somebody other heel would have came out. Hey, what up, Jeff? My boss is looking at me. But, I got to work early from the gym. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get out of the gym, get to Taco Bell, and I'm at work. I got to make this, and then I'm going to get changed and start my day. But honestly, Night of Champions, I think a lot of people are going to be predicting that Daniel Bryan's going to win the title. Honestly, in my mind, if the corporation loses the title, I know that they're strong enough that they can rebuild and they can find a way to get the title back at the next pay-per-view. But I just see, you know, they're too strong. They got Vince, they got Triple H, they got Stephanie. Somebody, you know, has to help them out. And Randy's definitely going to get the win. More than likely from there, I think the next pay-per-view is Battleground. I don't know if they're going to do, you know, some sort of a big, you know, tag match is the thing, or maybe tease us with like some sort of a War Games deal. But right after that is the next pay-per-view, which should be late October. That's going to be Hell in the Cell. Maybe that's the one where they finally end it. I would love to see Daniel Bryan be WWE champion, but I think Randy's booked for a good long run as the champion right now, and I don't think anything's going to stop him. I think that Daniel Bryan, you know, he's going to fill in for John Cena. He's going to be, you know, the face of the WWE. He's going to be the guy that everyone's rooting for, not me. But maybe I'll still root for him. But, you know, Triple H is giving me that slice, you know, a little smirk smile, and I'm liking everything that they're doing. Still not liking Randy, like I said earlier, but we're in for a good run. Night of Champions, I'll be predicting Randy to keep the belt and go on from there. So, everybody have fun with your day. I already told you what I'm doing from here. So, have fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.